fates have to be so unpredictable? I mean, seriously, you're just ruining the mojo of Castaway Village. But I mean, hey, it could be worse. We could not have a fantastic sword on our backs. Anyway, hey, what's up, my dokus? Jason and welcome you back to more. Yise Lacrimosa of Dana. Sorry, I was like feeling a sneeze coming on. Last time, we went through the final crystal. Well, actually, put it blankly. We went through the Sky Path in Octus. And released the last of the Psyches, which we went to the Serene Garden and got us the ultimate weapon for Adol. What do I mean by ultimate weapon? Well, a perfect example here. Hold on. Let's go all the way up to Kathleen and let's talk to her.
What should I upgrade?
It is the ultimate weapon. You cannot upgrade it. You cannot enhance it at all. It's truly amazing. We can still level up everybody else's weapons and all that, though, but I'll worry about that a little later. And we have also got our mission that we need to head back to the Octus Overlook, and Sarai will tell us what we need to do from there. This time, however, we are going not back to Octus Overlook, because there's still plenty for us to do. There's one quest, which I actually probably should take this on before going back to the past, because I have no idea how long it's going to last. And I don't know if, like, going back to the past... Actually, now that I think about it, going back to the past may actually not harm it at all. But, I guess... I don't know, because I don't think going back to the past... It doesn't advance the story, because going back and viewing Donna's final past is not required. It is a completely optional thing, and I believe it only opens up after you either do everything in Donna's past, or you complete every part of the Sanctuary Crypt. So, I guess, I don't know, I think it's the shortness is in the way of, whatchamacallit, it's like in the way of the story, and this is an optional side thing, so I think we'll just go with it. If I lose it, I will basically restart from here, and what I'll probably do is, like, in between videos and whatnot, is I'll restart from this save, specifically have this save going, and then I will do that quest like first, or I'll do that quest to show it off and everything. Anyway, let's touch the crystal and enter Donna's past.
Please watch your step. It's easy to lose your footing here.
Thank you, Rastal. I can't believe how cold the kingdom has gotten.
Yes. The chill has only intensified since we left 3 months ago.
If this continues, the capital will. I hope everyone who has been evacuated to the palace is safe.
Yes. We must hurry.
I sense something.
What is it, my lady?
I'm not sure. I just felt like we were being watched. Such a cold gust.
It seems to have subsided. But whatever it was you sensed has been quieted by the wind. I'm sorry I did not act sooner.
It's okay. Please don't concern yourself with it. In situations like this, he reminds me so much of Drian. Still, that presence I sensed, it seemed familiar somehow.
The air is getting colder. Even with our essence equipment protecting us, temperatures this low are still dangerous. We should enter the palace. Lady Olga is expecting us.
Yes.
Haha, so I am the last one standing. Don't worry, my friend. I'll be with you soon. I'm cold. I hurt. I heard rumors that we're out of food. If that's the case, then maybe I should... It's over. Eternia is over. We're doomed. Doomed, I say. Huh. Lady Donna. Huh? Ah, you're right. It's Lady Donna. She's back. I thought she abandoned us. Just like Queen Sarai and Consul Doris.
Is this everyone?
There are fewer people.
Oh no. At this rate, it's going to...
Lady Donna.
But our food supply is scarce. The stockpile commissioned by the Queen is nearly empty.
As things stand now, we may not outlast the cold.
Do you think this winter will ever end? They say Lady Donna no longer receives visions. If she has lost her powers, as the rumors suggest, she has no right to lead us.
Mind your tone. Lady Donna risked her life to travel north and investigate. Even if she has lost her powers, her dedication to her people is without question.
That's not what I meant. I just...
Stop it, both of you. This argument is pointless. Regarding our food supply, we have potatoes stored in the underground sanctuary. We'll ask anyone who is able to bring them here.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Lady Olga. I'll let the people know right away.
Also, I know there are still pockets of survivors in the city. I want you to investigate, and tell any survivors you find to evacuate to this location.
Good idea. Anyone who's still out there won't survive the next cold front. My men and I will depart at once.
Good. I'm counting on you both. Lady Donna?
It's been a long time. I have returned.
I'm glad to see you're safe. You surprised me when you said you were leaving the capital to investigate the northern nations.
I'm sorry.
Well, no matter. What's the situation in the north?
Well, about that...
We should discuss this in private. So, the northern nations have been annihilated.
It It gets even colder the further north you go.
That can only mean any survivors have most likely migrated south of the capital.
I would assume as much. The surviving Saurians are migrating south as we speak. I hope we all make it through this.
The southern nations are not so prosperous, but at least hope can still be found there. The real question is, what should we do?
Right. Olga, we should leave the capital and travel to the southern nations. We can even provide what resources we have here as a way of helping.
Your ideas are always so bold. Still, I knew you would suggest that.
So you're saying?
You do have a point, isn't it? But let me think about it a bit.
Huh?
Rumor has it you don't receive visions anymore. But you still receive visions, don't you, Donna?
Yes.
I see. Then I need to think about this very carefully. Let's talk again tomorrow morning.
Olga.
I'm sorry, Donna. I need to excuse myself. There's something I must take care of before nightfall.
Lady Donna,
Rastal.
what did Lady Olga say?
Yes. Well, she'll have an answer tomorrow.
Oh, I see. Lady Olga grew up in the capital, so the thought of leaving must be a very difficult one. In that case, what do we do about our preparations?
I must ready myself as well.
Lady Donna?
It's nothing. Let's prepare as we planned.
Understood. I shall take my leave then, and begin the preparations. Will you be returning to the palace?
I'm going to take a walk around the capital before I return.
What? At this hour? Shall I escort you?
No, I'll be fine. I just need to gather my thoughts.
I understand. Please be careful.
Ah. The Great Tree of Origins. Olga, everyone. Huh? Is that... Io? Are you okay?
Hi, lady.
Io, I'm glad to see you're safe.
You too, maiden.
But Io, I'm not the maiden of the Great Tree anymore.
You're not? I don't know about that.
What? What do you mean?
Well, it's not easy for anyone to stop being who they are. You reminded me of someone I used to know, lady.
Who is she talking about? Anyway, what are you still doing here? You need to take shelter inside the palace. It's not safe out here.
Pish posh. I'm here to fulfill my promise, lady.
Your promise? Oh,
Yeah, I know it's sad, but it's time to say goodbye.
I owe your...
Whoopsie. There's so much I gotta explain, though. I'll tell you everything at the usual place.
Huh?
I'm sure I'll see you again, but I gotta go.
Gone again. And she's just as difficult as ever to make sense of.
No. Now that I think about it, whenever I see her,
Took me forever to start talking again. I guess I just don't want to ruin the moment. Because, you know, we're going through some pretty serious stuff. Anyway, yeah, it looks like, looks like we need to head back to the Sanctuary Crypt. We can't warp there. That's dumb.
The flow of air seems different somehow. The entrance to the Sanctuary Crypt is open. Io might have gone inside.
Yep, it is time. The final chapter in the Sanctuary Crypt, and we're gonna be conquering it. First off, though, wait, what? No. I'm gonna get screwed out of completing this area because there's just the one chest that we missed, and we couldn't do anything about it. There was the one chest that we missed, and we couldn't do anything about it because it had, yeah, there was two chests, and they had, essence fragments in them. And as we know, I'm at max, and I can't take anymore. Yeah, it sucks. Oh well. At least we know where they are. I don't need to pick them up because they're just full of essence fragments. If you want them, you can have them. Donna, it has been a long time.
Jenya? I haven't seen you in ages. What are you doing here?
Jenny is not the only one here. Well, I'm just passing through. We are in your debt.
Spirits? I see. This is goodbye.
Thou hast noticed. The great tree has begun the cycle of selection and rejection. Even we spirits are not exempt. Yes, for we were born of this earth. Thus we must one day return to it. Such is our fate. That must be the reason we've been gathered here. We're the only spirits that remain.
I'm sorry. And you all lent me your power, too. I'm sorry I wasn't able to save you.
I know how hard this must be for you, but please don't be sad. Yes, we are just disturbances in the earth made manifest. We are simply returning to our original forms.
Oh,
Goodbye, Donna. I'm not sure what you're trying to do, but give it your all. Should we fade away, the protection we've granted thee will fade as well. Thou must make haste.
huh? But isn't this the final floor of the crypt?
No, unexplored depths still remain. But you must be careful, for a being of great evil awaits you.
Evil?
Ah yes, you encountered that being before. It did not go so well for you as I recall. Well, I know them very well, so... this did not go as smoothly as I had hoped. We spirits are remarkably terrible at cooperating with one another. But this is our last chance. I want to reveal everything. I feel the same way, but I think we're confusing poor Don. Actually, our lively demeanor is all thanks to you.
Huh?
Haven't you realized it by now, Donna? We've come this far because you appealed to us. Not only did your actions help your fellow Eternians, but they helped us as well. Yes, thanks to you, we can face our fate with a sense of peace. I am very grateful to have met you. Please do not forget about us.
Yes, I won't forget any of you. Not ever.
This is why you're...
What's happening?
Oh, as I recall, those weapons are made from pure orichalcum. Yes, this reaction bodes well.
What do you mean?
Spirits have a natural affinity towards orichalcum, for it originates in crystalline veins that run deep beneath the earth. Our sublimation has begun. We should be returning to the earth, yet we find ourselves drawn to your weapons. This is what we desire. We would be honored to help you in whatever small way we can. Though our end is nigh, I'm glad we could give you this wonderful gift. Yes, indeed. I hope our power is able to help you, Donna. Please use it wisely.
Yes, I'll promise I will cherish these keepsakes you've given me, always.
The end is here. Though bittersweet, let us bid our farewells. We're glad we got to spend our final moments with you, Donna. Thank you so very much.
No, thank you, spirits. I won't let your final wish be in vain. I will do everything in my power to carry out your will.
Alright, we have Spirit Ring Celestia. These are basically kind of ultimate weapons. And with them, we shall carry out the will of the spirits.
This engraving. Perhaps this is what Wagmar was talking about. Knowing more about the kingdom's history may not solve anything. But I must see this through to the very end.
Amy.
Huh? Amy? What are you doing here?
Donna, as you may know, my very existence has begun to return to the veins of the earth. But I still want to help you. In the same way as the others granted you their protection, I'm going to will myself to remain here.
So that's why.
I can remain here just a little while longer, so please let me know if you need anything. Knowing I can help you until the very end makes me happy.
Amy, thank you. I'll do everything I can to make sure those who have lent me their power are not disappointed.
Yes. Oh, you bet your bucks that we're not gonna be disappointed. Oh, I am going to destroy our pockets.
Please take care of it.
Okay, we're gonna get some potions as well. And we basically have gone through like the entirety of our stock. That was easy. And you know what? We're gonna use these 3 to raise our levels a bit. As well as we're gonna raise our power, our base HP, and our defense. Oh yeah. We're looking nice and pretty. But with that, I know this is, a bad place to do it, but now that we've been able to get rid of them. I do want to just go get those chests because it will drive me nuts if I don't. Okay, that takes care of every single treasure chest within the Sanctuary Crypt, at least from what we haven't explored yet. Now I'm gonna warp back to the beginning because this is the fastest way to get back to the final trial. So let us continue. We have our power still. Let's go ahead and use it and destroy our enemies. It may actually very well be wise to use Donna, for Donna's Eternian form for this. A lot of these fights, outside of, you know, needing to break their shield, because she has her ultimate weapons. Alright, just keep moving forward. Oh, well, I guess we can't do it all, because, you know, we need her luminous form to be able to see these enemies. I do believe that takes care of everything here. Alright, got some more enemies to slicey and dicey. I think Gratica would still be wise for these enemies. There we go. And wow, final floor has 4 treasure chests for us. Oh, you are killing me. All those essence fragments. Oh, you were just destroying me here. But yeah, all that and the final trial ending. It's a very short area. So, let's head on in.
That's a monolith. Why is this one so large, though?
You finally made it. Donna Eclusia. No, Maiden of the Great Tree. Just kidding! Hiya, lady! Nice to see you again.
Io.
I'm surprised you came here, considering all that's happened. You're really trying your best to lead everyone to the very end.
It's clear to me now that you're no ordinary Eternian. Are you a warden?
Who can say? Sorry, but you're no exception, Donna. I need to make sure you're worthy, too. Even I can't stop the ritual that's underway in the sanctuary. Here goes!
What?
This is gonna be great! None of the previous maidens ever gathered this many spirits.
Huh?
Yes, you are worthy of facing me, Io, as your final opponent. Don't think this is gonna be as easy as your other fights. Now let's go! Come at me with everything you've got!
Io, purest of maidens.
in now? Is this a fabled Eternian transformation technique? Io, I don't know who or what you are, but I see you're a trial that I must overcome. So be it. I will fight you with everything I've got, until only one of us remains standing.
My, that's a magnificent look in your eye. Come on, entertain me, wandering maiden.
Io, I won't let you stop me.
Our final challenge is a girl we've known all along. This, to me, is the coolest concept I have ever seen in a video game. Taking a little girl that you meet through a side quest, and you know, from the start, you basically see her as this precious little girl who you don't really have much understanding of. And as you further the story and get further into the Sanctuary Crypt, you kind of get to see the, you know, the other side of her.
You have the power of the spirits too?
I should warn you, I really can't hold fast in this form.
She's using Gratica. One hit and I'm done for.
One hit and you're done for. Yeah, you were against normies. Too bad. I'm not a normie. But yeah, it's just such the coolest concept that Io is presented as your final challenge. She's basically been watching you, testing you throughout this entire journey, and now you get to treat her as your final challenge. It's the coolest concept I have ever seen. And I'll say that 1,000 times over, because it really is. I love the way Io is presented. I love the fact that she's not just this random girl that you meet through a side quest and then you never see her again. I really pity those who don't take their time to take care of the Sanctuary Crypt, because it is such a remarkable story to overcome. And I think this is definitely the best way to end the final chapter of the Sanctuary Crypt. It is so cool.
Let's move on to the next bit of fun.
She's fast. She's using Luminous.
Come on, Donna. Try to keep up with me.
And yes, when I do say I pity, I do say this because I'm going to call out Joey for this one, because to my knowledge, I am unique between me and him with our LPs. I am covering the entire Sanctuary Crypt. He did not. He chose not to. Which I do feel bad. I don't know if he ever actually played through it in his actual, like, first playthrough of the game, and I really wish he would have played through it in his LP, because it is such a cool thing to show off, and I'm glad that I can show this off, because it was, when I first saw this, it blew my mind, and I loved it to death. It was truly the best way to end Donna's Eternian adventure, and I hope that, you know, you think so too. Maybe one day, Joey will, you know, maybe come back and cover the Sanctuary Crypt as like a bonus video or something, but I don't think he has any plans to. Sucks. You know, I have nothing against him for doing it. I'd kind of prefer that, you know.
Donna, I guess I better take this more seriously.
You're in complete control of your Saurian form. Io, would you be? No, it doesn't matter who you are. I won't lose.
Yeah, maybe, what I was saying is, like, I hope he doesn't, like, come back and do it sooner than later, because if he ever did, which I don't think he has any plans on doing so, and, you know, he just,
You're pretty good. I'm having a lot of fun.
Moving on somehow. I need to find a way to win.
You're giving everything you've got. Me? I'm just getting started. Here it comes.
but yeah, I guess I just want some uniqueness to my LP, because that's basically what it's coming to, even though mine's gonna be shorter. and I'm covering more, which, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, dispute on the fact that my LP will be shorter, because it's obvious that I am able to play through games a little bit differently than Joey does, and we've talked about it. We've joked about the way we do make videos is very different, and I think that's what makes it unique between LPers. But yeah, I just don't want him to, you know, I don't want him to come back to this anytime soon, because I want to have some uniqueness to my LP. But we're almost done here. And we are almost done here. Just have a little longer to go, and then we'll finish her off. Sorry, Io, you've been awesome, but we gotta show you the door.
I think I won. But where's Io?
Well, this sucks. You were strong enough to defeat my Saurian form. You have surely overcome many hardships to stand here as the final maiden. Alright, don't be modest now. Walk forward and examine the final monolith.
Io. The final monolith. It activated. The last record was about the saint who saved people from the cataclysms of the Great Tree. So this is the final chapter of the lost history of Eternia's founding. I never knew the real history behind the temple. The people would be shaken to their cores if they found out about this. But then, who built this sanctuary? And why? There's more. As the people enjoy their prosperity, the threat depicted on the Wall of Truth will one day be lost to time forever. But the threat will come one day, like a bubble that must eventually burst. You maidens who have come to the sanctuary, you maidens who are my successors, you will know this truth and bear it on your soul forever. That is the true duty of all maidens, the reason for their very existence. Until such a day that the final maiden arrives. This message is for all the maidens of the Great Tree. And...
Well, don't you look surprised.
Io, are you actually...
Looks like you figured it out. Yes, I am Io, the first maiden of the Great Tree. You did a wonderful job overcoming my trials, Donna.
I knew it. But why do you look like that?
This form is just a manifestation of my soul. My power is weakened over many years, which is why I look like a child now. But finally, I'm able to fulfill my duty.
Io, I mean Lady Io. What is your duty?
Lady Io, huh? I don't like formalities any more than you do, Donna. I'd prefer you keep calling me Io like you've been doing.
Huh? Okay.
This sanctuary is where I revealed the true history to the maidens. But when I say history, I don't just mean the past. I also mean the present and the future.
The present and the future?
Yes, for you see, this sanctuary exists to reveal the truth to every maiden of the Great Tree.
Does this mean all the past maidens knew the truth about the Great Tree?
I wouldn't lie to you. You've seen it with your own eyes, haven't you? I've been revealing the truth in this way so the wardens wouldn't notice.
I don't believe it.
Not every maiden could handle the truth either. Some of them cussed me out or accused me of being a heretic. Others just went mad from the revelation. Even so, I wanted the maidens to know the truth. But you were able to figure it out before I even told you.
Why have you been doing this?
The Great Tree of Origins will destroy Eternia. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. Someday, you won't be able to do the things you currently take for granted. The world is a cruel place. At times, it even feels like a fleeting dream. Perhaps the same could be said of people's lives. No matter who you are, everyone meets death in the end. Whether you're a highborn noble or a lowborn bandit, everyone must return to the void of nothingness. Consider every action a person performs in their lifetime, every decision that they make. Do you think they're meaningless? You'll have to face that day too, Donna. What will you think when it finally comes? Will you think your life was meaningless? I shouldn't have become a maiden. It wasn't worth all the suffering. I should have worn my mother's ring and kept my vision sealed away. Was I only helping people just to feel like I mattered? Or maybe you'll think to yourself, I wish I had never been born. Will you regret your life to that extent?
would never think that. All my experiences are the reason I was able to connect with so many people. If even one of those events were different, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I think that's true of Eternia as well. The decisions made by you, the royals, and our ancestors, that is our inheritance. That's why we're alive right now. Even if Eternia disappears, or if I disappear, whoever succeeds us will inherit our legacy. So, even if Eternia is on the verge of extinction, I don't think my actions were meaningless.
Wow. I didn't think you'd actually have a response for me. Yes, you exist as you do now because of me. And your existence is proof that I once existed. I hoped your brand of determination would be the thread that tied all the maidens together throughout the ages.
Yo. So that's the reason you've been telling the maidens the truth about the Great Tree.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I was worried about how you'd handle the burden of being the final maiden, but I see I was worrying over nothing.
Thank you for worrying about me, though. Still, Io, even if this world seems like a fleeting dream, no matter what happens, as long as the world goes on, so do our wills. So I won't give up until I'm ready.
Wow, I'm impressed. You know far more than I expected you to. I guess you have your own answers.
Yes.
Looks like there's nothing left for me to tell you. I'll leave the rest to the younger generation. I'm getting too old for this stuff anyway.
Io? I certainly didn't expect to have this conversation with you. But thanks to you, I feel like I can see this through.
Thank you too. Perhaps it's irresponsible of me to say this, but... Go get him, Donna!
I will.
Lady Donna! Everyone accompanying us is ready. Once you're ready, we can depart.
Thank you, Rastal. Could you give me a moment? I'll leave as soon as I'm done.
Yes, my lady.
Donna, must you leave so soon?
Yes. The next cold front will be here soon. This is just the calm before the storm.
I see. I'm sorry I cannot come with you.
It's okay.
I want everyone to choose the decision that suits them best. That includes the people who have chosen to remain in the capital. Their choice is not a practical one, but I now understand why they have made it.
Olga.
Also, some people still blame you for what happened. It is best for us if I stay behind to lead them through what is to come. Everyone must walk a path of their own choosing, so they can face their final moments with pride.
I would expect nothing less from you, Olga.
What do you mean?
It's nothing. Very well, then. This is not goodbye, is it?
No, it most certainly is not.
back, everyone. It's been a year. I knew this day would come. Still, I'm really nervous. It's finally happening. I finally get to meet Adol.
Truth and duty passed down to every maiden. It must have been a heavy responsibility. You must have surpassed all that to come to this era. You're just full of surprises, aren't you?
I don't know about that, but I think Io would have been surprised.
Yeah, not just her. I bet Olga and little Rastal would have been surprised too. They probably would have said, "You're just full of surprises, Donna." I'm sure they would have been proud of you, Donna.
I don't know.
After seeing that, I don't know how anyone would want to stop. Yes, I won't let the future be taken from us. Agreed. Even a transporter has the right to deny any unreasonable request. We made it this far because of Donna's hard work. Now it's our turn to work hard.
Maybe I still haven't done enough. Let's work hard together, Ricotta.
Indeed. Come, Adol, let us return to Octus.
Rastel, Atla, Cecile, Olga, Io. The world we wanted to protect is gone now. But this world has definitely inherited our hope. I hope someday I can tell you all about it.
I love that chapter. No one else can tell me otherwise. I love the final chapter to Donna's past. It is the best thing that I have ever seen. So much gets answered, so much just happens, and it all ties together with, you know, how Donna actually comes to it, to the, future. Because let's be honest here, I did not like the fact that they just instantly from the Valley of Kings past instantly show the scene where Donna puts herself into an eternal sleep, basically is what, I don't know how it's called, but to bring herself here, we find that out. But just knowing what led up to it, and it's completely optional. You don't have to view this, and you can't view it without having gone through the Sanctuary Crypt, because it all lines up. That is why I wanted to cover the Sanctuary Crypt, and that's why I wanted to show this. It is the best thing to me. But with all that done, we still have a few things to do here. One, we have a quest, our final quest to take on. If I go in here, we have all of... Oh no, we are missing an Eternia quest. Still? Wait, what? There's still a quest in White Memory that I didn't complete. Huh. Interesting. Guess we're going back for that. Even so, the story was just so good, we couldn't really make time for that stuff. But, with that, next time on VIII Lacrimosa of Donna, we complete our final quests in both Donna's past and here in the future, go around and give people some gifts, and hopefully we can be ready to see the final heart-to-hearts. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, troops out a ton. Make sure to subscribe dibbly if you have not already. And I will see you guys all later.